Everybody, happy Aloha Tuesday. Welcome to the Hawaii Fishing Gear Show, where we talk about Hawaii fishing. We take your questions while we're live, and if you have any questions later in the day, if you catch the live later on the replay, we invite you to ask questions in the comments, and we do our best to respond to them. I think over the weekend I might have missed a few on YouTube, but I tell you what, before I'm going to answer the questions on this video, I'm going to backtrack and get the ones on YouTube. Go ahead and ask your questions right now while we're live, and I'll do my best to scroll through. I don't have a whole lot of time because I do have to start auctions at 4 o'clock. I just put together something. This is a Super Jig Master wide. I just put this together with a Gomexus knob. I'm going to be auctioning this. I just built it today. 3.0 3-inch wide Super Jig Master kit on a brand new Jig Master with a Gomexus power handle. That's going to be auctioned off fully and complete with all the original parts. I also got a delivery of 5 Newells for this Saturday's auction, so the more Newells, the more merrier. Let me talk about some brand new products on the website. So just a reminder, 15 minutes from now, I'm going to be ending this video and jumping straight to auctions and getting started on our 4 p.m. auctions. Treble hooks for your plugs, for your stick baits, for your regular lures. We have been selling trebles from a bunch of different brands through the years. We took all that data. What sizes sell the best? What trebles you guys like the best? We talked to a lot of people, and we have released Hawaii Fishing Gear's treble hooks. Only 4 sizes. Size 1, size 2, size 1.0, size 2.0. Those are the ones that sell the best for stick baits, JDM, locally made, whatever it is. Size 2.0, 1.0, 1 and 2. 4 different sizes are the best selling sizes. Let me show you the biggest one. Good, 3X strong. I would say similar, what you might come to experience with Mustad, or say for instance Owner. Very similar in look and appearance and quality, but cheaper price. There you go. We sell them in 4-packs. One thing that always frustrated me was when I would buy treble hooks for a couple different lures, they would sell them in random like 5-packs or 3-packs, and you would always have one extra hook. 4-packs. 4-packs, because it does 2 different lures, and you don't wind up with that random one hook that you forget about and it just goes to waste. One of the ways that we improve the experience here at Hawaii Fish Gear, by selling 4-packs of hooks. Not 3-packs, not 5-packs, 4-packs. Alright, Island Flies dropped off something. I think it was on Friday. Island Flies, the Masquerade. These are little heads for your soft baits. Bigger profile soft baits. Let me give you a little example. That's a Hinalea style head, and that is a big worm bait. He trimmed off the tail because he says a lot of people will actually trim off the tail. But if you got a bigger profile soft bait and you've been trying to figure out how to toss it, the Masquerade heads, he got about, I think, 4 different colors, and I think it's 2 different sizes. If you want to go check them out, they're on the front page of the website under new products. Island Flies, the Masquerade heads are in. If you want to go take a look about it, if you got any questions, please go ahead and drop them in the comments. Let me show you the baby one. That's the smallest, and that's the biggest hook. Trebles, HFG trebles, now available on the front page of the website under new products. Let's go ahead and check them out. All right. Let's see, any questions? You guys bring back the 3-piece ballistic HFG Ulua rod bags. G-Cuss 80809 on YouTube. I think that one was a deluxe rod bag that was made by DG. Those are 3-piece for the ballistics. I will reach out to Greg from DG Bags. He's the G in DG Bags. And see if we can get some more in stock. But if you send me an email, I will send you an email back and give you, let you know when they're due in. He's probably got a couple already ready made. All I got to do is just give him a call. But I'm looking for you to go ahead and send me I see you over here on Instagram too. So send me a DM on Instagram if you want to grab that 3-piece bag. Cool. Let's see what questions we got. Right hand retrieve. Did I miss your question? I don't see the question on the right hand retrieve. Right side. Let's see what else we got. Let's go. What's up, chat? Okay. What's a good Oama live bait setup for Papio? So from what I've understood, other people that usually they'll fish for Owama in one area with a side bonus dunk rod off to the side. For that, I would probably go with something that is in the 10-foot range with a 5K or a 6K Penn reel or a 5K or 6K Shimano reel. You know, spool up with like 30-pound test monofilament or braided line. You know, all you got to do is just basically flip out that bait on the side, let them float, let them run, and then there you go. I think that's Jarelda on Instagram. If that doesn't answer your question, send me a DM and I'll elaborate. Is Nitro only made in Hawaii? Nitro is a local company. One of the reasons why I like Nitros is because they've been around for a long time. And those are rods that were designed pretty much from the ground up. Talking with local fishermen about the actions of the lure poles that they wanted. And it's been around for longer than I've been fishing. Nitro's on second company owns it. We're probably on like the 4th or 5th generation of Nitro. They haven't really made too many upgrades in regards to the actions lately. By the way, nothing necessarily wrong with that, because if it's not broken, you don't need to fix it. I know some guys, they move past Nitros. Maybe they want to get something a little bit more specific to the way that they fish. They want to go into IRW or they want to experiment with other brands. But Nitro for me, personally, when I started getting into lure fishing, Nitros was the best, the prettiest, the nicest rods out there. Silver, purples, black, blue. Oh, they were all beautiful. I had two silver medium heavies, and then I had 2 purple heavies. I still got the purple heavies, but I got a couple medium heavy custom wrap ones. But Nitros, just, you cannot go wrong, especially if you're just starting off. I know eventually you move on and you try to get into fancier stuff, but Nitros has just always been solid. It's a local company, but of course the rods are made in China. All right, here we go. Hook 'em through the nose. Okay, you're talking about the Owama. Okay, still get room on auction this Saturday. The room is slowly slipping away. Tonsmont, if you want to send me a DM on Instagram or a personal message on Facebook with some pictures of what you got, I'll let you know if I got space or not. All right. Let's see what questions we got over here. Budget sliding combo. Also, what line do I put on? I would say budget sliding. Get yourself a Penn 4.0. Spool it up with 60 or 80 pound test. Your choice. If you get really decent cast on a Penn 4.0, go 60. If you get standardized and you only plan on using the reel for slide, go with the 80 pound test on a 4.0 wide. That's the one that ends in W. Get yourself a heavy action Nitro, or pick yourself up a Penn Battalion 2 Ulua pole. That's probably one of the best priced Ulua poles on the market for $200 and I think $10. A Penn Carnage medium heavy paired up with a Penn 4.0. Solid combo. Of course, scour Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, see if you can pick yourself up a used deal. All right. When using a bubble float, is it better to have it halfway full or full? That would depend on your rod rating. If you got a rod that can handle up to 2 ounces, fill that bubble all the way up. If you got a rod that's 1.75 or 1.5, you can go 3/4 to a half. That it all depends on the lure rating on your rod. That'll help you decide how much you want to fill it up. Okay, missed your restock on Tiburon 344 again. We do have an existing order. I basically submitted our most recent order a while back, and then they shipped whatever they had immediately, and then other stuff was sent off for anodization based on our order. So we should be getting a secondary order hopefully soon. Sign up for notifications on exactly which one you're looking for. You get first crack when we do get them in. It also tells us, hey, 10 people signed up for this, so you might want to order more next time around. Okay. Opinion on medium Nitro Ulua pole. Not something I would personally use. This is my opinion now, not based on... Okay, it's not something I would personally use because I don't like that medium game action. I like my medium heavies just fine, 40 to 50 pound test. But the medium is a 30 to 40 pound test rod. Some guys like that medium action, that nice, more whippy, a little bit more flavor in the bend. And you can pair that up with, of course, Jigmaster or Squitters. Like I said, those are 30 to 40 pound test rods. All in all, same Nitro quality. Hilo guide, stainless steel butt, bell holder, nice pretty blue color. We do have them in stock right now, but that's more of a O'Eo Papio rod, not a serious Ulua pull rod, even though you could handle a lure. Okay, let's see what questions we got. Medium heavy is pretty cherry. Any tips to get the taco eye? I would say just more time on the water. More time on the water. Just poke holes. You get to notice like the buildup of rocks around the puka. Certain areas that they tend to congregate. Sometimes you can poke the same hole different times of the year and another taco's in that hole again. But it's just a matter of just diving, knowing your water conditions, knowing your grounds, and just getting out there and just constantly. Don't be afraid to fail. Sometimes people go out diving when they're first getting into taco diving. They don't have the eye right away. They develop it. All right? Okay. The new Akuma Pachi rods, same as the old blue color. Difference? No, they're lighter in weight. The rods, the blanks are just a little bit different, but similar specs, but lighter in weight, different colors. So there you go. Hopefully that answers your question, Salty. All right. What's the best reel for a Penn Battalion spinner? If you got the 12-foot Penn Battalion spinner, definitely the 8K pairs up nicely with that. If you got like the 10-foot or the 11-foot, 10-foot, 9-foot, you can probably drop down your reel size to a 6K or a 5K, depending on which one you got. But the 12-foot, the best reel for the 12-foot is definitely going to be the 8K. All right, we got 5 minutes till. Why do people use 14K reels for plugging? Deeper line capacity, thicker braid. A lot of times those 14Ks are spooling up 65 or 50-pound test braid. Excuse me. And that situation is just they want to have that stopping power for when they finally do hook up with the lure. That's kind of like the standard. A 14K Stella, Saragossa, those SW Shimano reels are cherry for that situation. You get the decent line capacity, you get the decent gear ratio, and you got the stopping power of the SW Shimano reels. But it's basically 65 to 50, 65, or sometimes even 80 on the 14K. You get a good line capacity. Is it worth it fishing on the Sashimi 2? If you are going to join the Sashimi 2 on a cattle call, like say for instance you just go on their normal outings, it's fun, it's worth it. The outings I think are about 2 to 3 hours. It's pretty fun, the boat is pretty comfortable, it's a big boat. We're probably not going to do another outing on that again. I'm never going to say never, but probably not anytime soon. It just wasn't necessarily profitable for us. While I enjoy spending money on fishing like a lot of you do, I just didn't want to keep like losing money on the outings just because I wanted to go bottom fishing off a big boat like that. So, but it was fun all around. If you just go their normal outings, pretty fun for you and your friends. Okay, let's see. How much 60-pound test can a Hawaiian wide 6.0 take? Bruh, unfortunately, I don't know that off the top of my head. Makana, if you want to send me a DM, I'll do my best to take the line calculations from the 6.0. By the way, go to Google, search for fishing line calculator. Pattaya Fishing is some website I've been using for years. In fact, I just used it right now. It's a great fishing line calculator. It actually has Berkeley Trilene line diameter already on the website, so you can use that as a gauge. But you take the line capacity on a Penn 6.0. Say for instance, if you're talking about 60-pound test, maybe it doesn't say 60, maybe it says 50. Input the line calculations that are on the box into the calculator and adjust it. It's pretty great. All right. Let's see. Is best Ulua pull on the market? Best Ulua pull on the market. Off the shelf, pre-made, ready to go. The Shimano Terramar is really nice. Shimano Terramar is really nice. I do like the Penn Carnages for their heavy action and medium heavy actions. And then, of course, Nitros are just always solid. Nitro heavies, Nitro medium heavies, great colors. They all got that flavor. They got a little bit of soul in them, that little bit of bend that you like. All right. Okay, that's it. I got to go wrap it up and do auctions. If we missed your question, please drop it in the comments. Like I said, we'll do our best to respond to as many questions as we can. And then one more question I'll get on Logan on YouTube, or it might be Facebook, I'm not sure. Is a 10'6" pole too big for whipping? No. The 10'6" I think is probably the max for the most popular size. 10'6" is usually the average size. When you get into 11s and 12s, that's more of a specialty whip for like Mimpachis and stuff like that. But anywhere between 9 to 10'6" is great for whipping. Okay, I think we answered as many questions as we could in 15 minutes and 28 seconds. Even though it was a half show today, I hope you guys do take a moment and leave a like on the video. It helps us reach more people. We get more questions. Currently, we have how many people watching? About 74 people watching. Not the full 100 like we normally do. But thank you guys for watching, and please leave a like. Aloha.